Alright, so let's go over some updates for Detroit, stuff that Steve Yzerman has said about the upcoming 2021 NHL Entry Draft, and some of the profiles of guys that are already in the system that we are keeping our eyes on. Now, when it comes to the World Championships, by the time this video is already uploaded, you would have already known who won gold and silver and all that, because we have ourselves a gold medal game between Canada and Finland. Now, Canada is in this position pretty much defying all the odds, because they started off the tournament with a whole bunch of losses in a row. They lost to Latvia, of all teams. Then they continued to lose a little bit more. But after getting their heads on straight, the Canadian squad, led by Andrew Mangiapane, of all people, has come out there with a few clutch victories. Obviously, Troy Stecher is on this team, and by now you probably have seen the beautiful assist that he pulled off in overtime a few nights ago. But Troy Stecher made his name known for this Canadian roster when he dangled the pants off of two guys. The first one, he did a little forehand toe drag right through the skates on the backhand receive. Then he kind of deked hard to the backhand again to set it out in front for an overtime winner by Mangiapane too. That guy's been absolutely crazy in this tournament. But because of the heroics displayed by a few of these guys, we had Canada go to the finals. Now, I'm recording this video the night of Saturday, June 5th, so the finals haven't happened yet. It's about 6 hours from the final. It's going to happen at like 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so by the time this video is uploaded, you would have already known who won, who lost, whatever, if Finland is the champion or if Canada takes gold after that really strange loss streak to start off the tournament. But other than Troy Stecher, we have ourselves another player who is sticking around here in the Worlds. He is playing in the bronze medal game. He is for Team Germany. It is Moritz Seider. And yes, Seider is in a position now where against the United States, which that game is also going to be taking place, I think, before this video's upload, so we'll see how exactly he is able to perform. He's been an absolute rock for Team Germany. At the time of this recording, he's at 5 points in the 9-game sample he has had. Obviously, he'll have an extra game played after this video is recorded and before it is uploaded, so he will have himself maybe a little bit more points, one more game played as well. But either way, Seider has been an important part of this German squad and their blue line, and being at just over half a point a game against men in this competition certainly bodes well for his overall profile. In fact, he's actually outproduced his SHL playoffs rate from this season as well. So if you're curious just about the comparables there, hey, the guy's out here producing points against men everywhere he goes. But enough about the World Championships. You already know who won, who lost, and all that, but me, the Geo, the Lego, recording this specific video right now does not. So let's go over and talk about some stuff that I am kind of familiar with. Let's go over Steve Yzerman and his entire response to the NHL Draft Lottery that just concluded, and what the plans are here for the Red Wings going forward. So, if you hadn't been paying attention, then I would assume this is probably the best time to pick it up and listen. The Red Wings are drafting 6th overall at the 2021 NHL Entry Draft. This is significant because for the first time in a while, the Red Wings didn't actually drop in the rankings. They stayed where they were projected towards being. Every other year, it's always, okay, Detroit goes from 1st to 4th, or from X to X plus whatever. This year, doesn't really matter. They're staying at 6. The only picks that actually got moved around was Anaheim moved down 1 spot, Seattle moved up 1 spot, but the rest of the pre-draft rankings remains constant. So, when it comes to the 2021 NHL Entry Draft, you may be asking yourself, okay, the 6th pick the Red Wings have, what are their plans? Before we even get into the discussion, though, I will say this right off the bat, we're going to be making a ton of videos discussing all the prospects, all the guys that we can potentially have in this range, not just in the Why I Want form, where we talk about the prospect and the scouting report individually, but in terms of actually discussing which teams could go out there and get which players. We'll make videos talking about rumors and who is linked to where, because when it comes to just talking about a prospect, there's so much more to talk about with prospects than just the prospect themselves. It's where would this prospect be a big fit? Oh, this other team is interested in this prospect. So we talk about all the implications here. We may be making several videos about the Red Wings and this 6th overall pick. We did the same last year with the 4th overall pick, discussing the potential situations. I even made that video talking about Askarov, because that was something I thought you could entertain back then. So quick disclaimer, this is just kind of the basic outline of what we know so far, the draft is going to happen at the end of July, so we have a lot of time to discuss this pick and where exactly the Red Wings could go. But going over the preliminary, just immediate reaction from Steve Yzerman, this is what he said about the 6th overall pick. There's no sense complaining about it. The system is what it is. We didn't go backwards. We'll do our best to make a good selection. Whether it's the 6th, the 1st, or the 5th, whatever pick you have, you've got to find players. The system is the same for everyone. We've just got to get good guys. In regards to who is going to be there, Yzerman says, I think we'll get a good prospect. I've seen the majority of the kids that'll be in the 1 to 10 range. We're excited about the possibilities that will be there. He says that he thinks more so this year than any other year, you're going to have vastly different lists. A lot of this does have to do with the shortened seasons and the pandemic kind of screwing with scouting overall. He says it's just going to be based off of which leagues these kids were based in and how much they played or didn't play. Maybe there will be more surprises than ever. Sitting at 6, there are players we think will be there. Multiple players. We'll be excited about the pick, and ultimately, do they move the needle? Well, we hope they do, but when that happens, we're not sure. Yzerman said they are not focused at a particular position as well, so forward, center, whatever, we do need help in every area, and the reality is whoever we pick in 1, 2, 3 years, when they're ready to play, things can change. Our plan will be to pick the best prospect on the board. I don't think we're in a position with the 6th pick to say definitively we need one position over another. And so now we open our talks up to the floor. Who did the Red Wings take at 6? I had them in my mock draft taking Simon Edvinsson, but a whole bunch of people really didn't like that. So going forward into a few other discussions here, this is a tweet that I wanted to showcase here on the channel from Prashant Iyer. He writes for The Athletic in Detroit, and he said this. If the top 5 in the draft goes, Power, Beniers, Guenther, Eklund, Clarke, who are you taking at number 6 if you're Detroit? Out of the 1,800 votes, 41% say Luke Hughes over Kent Johnson, Jesper Wallstedt, and Simon Edvinsson. So just from this kind of graph, obviously Prashant Iyer writes for the Detroit Athletic, so a lot of his fan base is Detroit-based. Taking a look at just this, it does appear that the Red Wings fan base is pretty scattered, because even though Luke Hughes is the unanimous here with 41%, you still have 59% of all the other people voting on this going with somebody else, spread across evenly between Edvinsson, Johnson, and Wallstedt. In fact, Johnson is just one random guy in here. He could go as low as number 10 if you really try to dig there and ask around. So this draft, more than ever, is going to be a big crapshoot in terms of who is going to be available where. And for the Red Wings, I would not be surprised if Steve Yzerman went out there and just took a pick that people are going to be super shocked about. Oh, they take Mason McTavish 6th overall. Oh, they take Fabian Lysell 6th overall. They do this, they do that, because you saw it with the Seider pick, man. Seider was not supposed to go 6 in 2019, but he did, and now he's looking like an absolute beauty. So Steve Yzerman, the guy definitely does have his own process when it comes to evaluating talent, and he's not afraid to be ambitious to the point that he executes on those ideas. So it is kind of cool to try to guess, try to fantasize who's going to go to Detroit at 6th overall, but ultimately we know it's Stevie Y's decision. He's going to do it, and we're going to be pretty on board by the time the pick is made, because with Seider, it took like an hour for Red Wings fans to really open up to the pick and absolutely love the heck out of this guy. And now, 2 years later, that love is burning more than it ever has before. So talk to me in the comments what you think about the Red Wings and their 6th overall pick. We will make more videos talking about Detroit and the rumors discussing who they might be interested in, who they're targeting and all this stuff, because, you know, rumors are going to leak. We're going to have ourselves some insiders on The Athletic or on other prospect analyzing mediums talking about, oh, I'm hearing Detroit is looking at this guy or that guy or whatever, because it's going to happen. It's obviously going to happen. So when that comes, we'll make more discussion videos talking about that. But for now, talk to me in the comments what you think about the Red Wings. Who should they draft at 6th overall? I hope you enjoyed this video. Rosen. Also, big congrats to whoever wins the gold medal, the silver medal, and the bronze at the World Championships. I am recording this video a few hours before those games, so I don't really know who wins yet. And bye.